Okay, so you've made it into Fronter, and this is the first item that you'll see. You'll see a picture to show which rooms you're a member of. You'll have some messages on your first page. You'll see some discussion contributions if you've taken part in any discussions or any have been set up for you, and there'll be any news from any rooms displaying there. So I'm just going to show you the ICT GCSE room, and this is really important because this is where you're going to be organising your controlled assessment work, and this is where we'll give you access to the actual controlled assessment you're going to be doing. So just showing you the first page that we come to. You can click on these tabs here as well, and go back to various things there. So just kind of experiment to see what those things show you. So let me just have a look, show you the very first page and the sorts of things that you need to be aware of. So firstly, we'll see any messages appearing here, and then we'll have any discussion contributions at the top. If we're going to set you a test, that will appear in this particular box, and then you'll see some calendar information at the bottom, and this will give you an idea of upcoming appointments, and in particular it will tell you which lessons will be controlled assessment lessons and how long you'll have on your controlled assessment. The second link here, the second tab or the second icon displayed, has got the extremely useful links that you're going to be using. One is the practice CAB, and CAB just stands for Controlled Assessment Brief. The next link is the Real Controlled Assessment Brief. Once you start doing some of the tasks here, you might be interested in how the things get marked, so this link takes you to a mark sheet, and we'll be looking at that later on. And this is just general information. If you wanted to know what the exam board was, you click on this link and follow it, and it's got a student guide explaining what the units are, but we will cover all of those in class as well. This is just for your information. And then the next link here is we've got some student folders and portfolio, so this will give you information about what discussions you've taken part in, etc. And this particular link is going to take us to your folder. So let's start off by showing you the practice CAB. So I'm going to click on this link here. So clicking on that link takes me to the sample CAB, sample controlled assessment brief. So all of your controlled assessment briefs are organised in a similar way. So you'll have an overview, and then you'll have a section which says getting organised or get organised, and this tells you the folders that you need to create and the example files that you need to set up. So it's very important to read this carefully because we won't be able to read the controlled assessment brief for you, but sometimes people miss this because it says create this folder. So create a welcome folder first, and within that folder create activity 1, activity 2 and development folder, etc. So it's telling you exactly what you need to do, but sometimes students miss this particular one out. So let's go back to Fronter and show you how you go about doing that. And so I'm going to click on student folders, and clicking on that takes me to just 2 folders which we have created for you. So you'll see the 2 folders here, and you'll also see whereabouts you are over here. So you're in student folders, and there are 2 folders which are which you're going to use. So when we're doing the practice stuff, that will be stored in here so that we can check it and make sure that you don't make the same mistakes when you're doing the real CAB. And when you're doing the real controlled assessment work, that gets stored in this particular folder. You can also see your folders along here. If you untick next to folders, you see all of this and the other window disappears or frame disappears. And if you get it back, if you tick on it, it reappears. So I'm going to actually click on the practice CAB because that's where we're going to set up the folders to begin with, just so I can show you. And what happens is when I click on this, your name will appear, and you then need to actually click on your name. And what you'll notice is I've just moved the screen up because just above here, obviously it's going to say student folder and then practice cab, and then it's going to have your name on it. So I've actually clicked on the folder that has your name on it. And then to create my very first folder, so let's just remind myself, I've got the practice cab open in one of the tabs, and it tells me that I need a welcome folder just above. So that's the first folder, and then I need activity 1, 2 and development within those. So let's go back here. Now to create a folder, I just need to click on folder. So I've just clicked on there, and I'm just going to say welcome. So this is for my practice cab, so you can put a description in there just to remind yourselves that this is for your practice cab. And once that folder is created, you just click on save. So that's the welcome folder created, and within those now we create activity 1, etc. folders. So I just need to go to folder again and create activity 1. So I've created 5 folders within the welcome folder. So if I go up one level here, I'll be able to see that there's my welcome folder, and when I click on welcome, these folders appear here. If you need to rename a folder, you basically just click on the triangle next to it, and then just go to edit properties, type in the changes that you need to make, and then very important that you come down here and find save and click on save. So that's just setting up the folders ready to store the work, and in the next section I'm going to show you how to set up a file for your sources table.